Hi, everyone. Molly, Shane, and Yosef. Thanks so much for joining me on this call to talk about this very important topic. You know, we're in this pandemic, this stay-at-home order, this unprecedented time, and so many of our clients are asking us, what's the best way to have a virtual meeting? What tools should we use? What strategy should we use? And so we're realizing that there's no one-size-fits-all answer, and it's really hard to know where to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think before you jump straight to a virtual meeting, the best thing to do in the beginning is what you would do with every communications program, determine what are you trying to accomplish. So setting out those objectives of, is a virtual meeting that's live and has participants and a presentation and those sort of things, is that the best way to go? Or could it be more of a standalone online public engagement? Pretty much in every case, it's good to have a varied approach, because you're going to have folks that engage online, folks that don't necessarily engage online. And that's the best way to meet all of those objectives, rather than jumping straight to what is the best platform to have a virtual meeting. Determine if a virtual meeting is the best way to go to begin with.
Right.
And I don't think that you don't need to overcomplicate it. You keep it simple for accessibility and for so many reasons, but keeping it simple as you can, so you have that human element in the meeting, and there's engagement, there's interaction is ideal. So if you have actually people, they can either be on a chat, but also like hear the voices, see the people. It's just, that's kind of crucial. I think people get a little fancy with, again, breakout rooms and all those things are good, but if you don't need it, don't do it. Just try to keep it as simple as possible.
One of our colleagues, she made a pretty good point. People aren't coming to your meetings because it's cool or fun. And to Shane's point, you really have to figure out your objective first and see what you're trying to get out of the meeting. I want to mention an example in California for a high-speed rail authority client. We actually enacted 5 different outreach methods because we wanted to augment our full gamut of outreach methods to our public. And so to humanize the public interaction, we provided open houses, not only webinar open houses, but also Q&A interactive appointments that people can make, tailored workshop briefings. So yeah, a full gamut.
Right. And when you do that, you realize, okay, we're working for the public and we want to make this as easy as possible for the public. So having 5 different ways for them to engage is awesome. That's optimal, because you want to make sure that the people that we're serving have the opportunity to engage. And there's so many things to consider when we're deciding on what is the best method. There's so many things and aspects that go into that.
Yep. I think, the key is just they want the information, they want to give their feedback. I mean, that's really what we're doing these meetings for, these public meetings.
Yeah, and a big part of the success of these online meetings, if we are talking about virtual public meetings, is preparation. Just like, again, anything else related to communications, doing a communications program, is being prepared, making sure all the technical aspects work so that everything runs smoothly. You don't have gaps where people are not speaking or they're waiting on some sort of technological glitch to be fixed. Just making sure that flow keeps going, and that's a big part of making it successful. People are, they've learned to be patient with those kind of things, but to the extent you can limit that as much as possible,
right,
that's a big part of your success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a point on equity outreach, on accessibility. How do people that don't speak English get to your materials? How do people that are not extremely tech literate to get to your materials? People that don't have phones or internet. We want to harness everyone's interaction with our project. So we want to stretch our wings as much as possible. And what we've seen is that we've actually tapped into a multi-generational population.
Awesome. Yeah, so accessibility is awesome. There's no one size fits all. We really just have to look at who we're trying to reach and do everything we can to reach the masses. So Molly, Shane, and Yosef, thank you so much. This was very helpful for me, especially. And we'll talk next time.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.